This is High School Challenge, the varsity sport of the mind. Now, here's your host, Jim Gaber.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to more first-round action in this season's High School Challenge on Michigan Television. We have two terrific teams ready to play, so let's meet our players right away, shall we? First, from New Lothrop High School, we have Tom Brown. Tom is a senior, plays football, basketball, bowling, and track. He's an academic letter winner and is on the honor roll, undecided on career path right now. Marco Pardo is a senior at New Lothrop, is a MEEP Award winner and plans on attending Finlandia University. Aaron Allette is the captain of the New Lothrop team. Aaron is a junior, plays volleyball, softball, and is a youth basketball coach. He's on the honor roll, an academic letter winner, a MEEP Award winner, and National Science Merit Award winner. Hopes to attend a four-year university, just undecided where right now. And finally, Travis Darling is a freshman for New Lothrop. Travis plays basketball. He was Student of the Month in September. He hopes to attend Michigan State and pursue a career in pharmacology. Those are our players from New Lothrop High School. Now let's meet our team from Grand Blanc. There we have Nick Aboud. Nick is a senior, member of the marching band, active with mock trial. He's a member of the National Honor Society, math team, and chess club. He's all-A honor roll, a Michigan Math Prize competition finalist, and a National Merit Commended student. He's looking at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor to major in chemical engineering and math. AJ Patel is a senior at Grand Blanc, active with soccer, tennis, National Honor Society, chess club, and math team. He's National Merit semifinalist, MMPC winner, qualifier rather, Big 9 math and science competitor, is looking at Duke, the University of Michigan, or Case Western Reserve for college. Grand Blanc's captain is Chris Fortin. Chris is a senior, member of the National Honor Society. He's Student of the Month, AP Calculus and Mechanical Drafting, looking at the University of Michigan Ann Arbor for an engineering, aerospace engineering degree. Kristen Hendricks rounds out the Grand Blanc team. Kristen's a senior, member of the National Honor Society, Rocket Club. She mentors and is active in Math Field Day, MMPC Top 100 for 2 years, a National Merit semifinalist, hopes to become a mathematician. Those are our players from Grand Blanc High School. And of course, our judge is Julie Pritchett from Genesee Intermediate School District. Teams, we're ready to begin. Here are your rules for round one. I'm about to ask you a series of questions worth 10 points apiece. The player buzzing first may answer when I recognize you. If you're correct, your team scores the 10 points. If you're incorrect, the other team gets a shot at the same question. Remember, you may interrupt me at any time I'm asking a question. There's no point penalty for incorrect answers. However, at that time, I will repeat the entire question for the other team. Good luck. Here we go. The United States fought 2 wars with them from 1817 to 1818 and from 1835 to 1842. Who were these Florida Indians? Nick, Grand Blanc.
Seminoles.
Seminoles is correct. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. In which Shakespearean play does Polonius, Kristen, Grand Blanc?
Hamlet.
Hamlet's correct. In 1914, Carl Wickman founded this bus company to carry miners between 2 small cities in Minnesota. Today it's the largest. AJ, Grand Blanc?
Greyhound.
Greyhound is correct. In the end, Adam Stanton kills Willie Stark and is killed by the governor's bodyguards. What is this novel by Robert Penn Warren? Time is up. All the King's Men. That's the answer. Here's your next toss-up. Maya Lin's black granite V-shaped wall inscribed with the names of the dead and missing is one of the most visited memorials in Washington, D.C. What war? Nick, Grand Blanc?
Vietnam War.
Vietnam is correct. What is the medical term for mercy killing, deliberately causing, Chris, Grand Blanc?
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia is correct. Measured in newtons, it's the force of gravity on a mass that attracts the mass to the earth. What is this property some of us have too much of? Chris, Grand Blanc?
Weight.
Weight is correct. Speaking of myself in that case. In Romeo and Juliet, he is the first person to die. Whose death causes Romeo to... Nick, Grand Blanc?
Mercutio.
That's correct. Your next toss-up teams, tacos, nachos, and burritos are all made with this little cake, a thin disc of Marco New Lothrop?
Tortilla.
Tortilla is correct. Ancient Egyptian engineers would tie 12 equally long pieces of rope into a loop, peg down 5 segments, and draw the rest of the loop taut. What figure had they just created? Kristen, Grand Blanc?
A right triangle.
A right triangle is correct. This Russian writer's confession was published in 1879 and his Memoirs of a Madman in 1884, nearly 2 decades after War and Peace. Who was he? Nick, Grand Blanc?
Tolstoy.
Tolstoy is correct. Edward VII was her son, George V and Edward VIII her grandsons, and George VI her great-grandson. Who was this British queen? Travis, New Lothrop?
Queen Elizabeth I.
That's incorrect. Grand Blanc? Grand Blanc, AJ?
Queen Victoria.
Victoria is correct. In electricity, it's the work done to bring a unit charge from one point to another. In physics, it's the kind of energy an object has by virtue of its position. Nick, Grand Blanc?
Potential energy.
That's correct. The alpine village of Chamonix was the site of the first Winter Olympic Games in 1924. In what country were they played? Buzz again? AJ, Grand Blanc?
France.
France is correct. He has appeared in more movies than any other character, real or fictional, played most famously by Jeremy Brett and Basil Rathbone. Who is this fictional character? Time's up. Sherlock Holmes is the answer. Your next toss-up. The Vulgate Bible, written by St. Jerome in the 4th century, got its name because it was written in this vulgar language. What language? Travis, New Lothrop?
English.
English is incorrect. Grand Blanc? Grand Blanc, Kristen?
Latin.
Latin is correct. Next toss-up. It was originally called Staten, S-T-A-A-T-E-N land, but was later renamed for a Dutch province. What is this Pacific Ocean country? Time's up. New Zealand is the answer. Next toss-up. The 4 principal lobes of your brain are the occipital, the temporal, the parietal, and which lobe? Nick, Grand Blanc.
Optical.
Optical's incorrect. New Lothrop? No answer. Frontal lobe is the answer. Your next toss-up. This World War II battle was fought from August 8th to October 31st, 1940 by the Luftwaffe and the Royal Air Force. What was this dogfight called? AJ, Grand Blanc?
Battle of Dunkirk.
It's incorrect. New Lothrop? Time's up. Battle of Britain. That's the correct answer. Here's your next toss-up. In 1974, Isabel Perón became the first female leader of a country in the Americas. What country was it? Kristen, Grand Blanc.
Argentina.
That's correct. Please don't cry for me. Got some groans. Next toss-up. In the late 18th century, this term was used to mock the irregular art of the 17th century Europe. Now it refers to the artistic period from about 1550 to 1750. What word means irregular in Portuguese? Chris, Grand Blanc?
Abstract.
Abstract is incorrect. New Lothrop? New Lothrop, Travis.
Renaissance.
Also incorrect. Baroque is the correct answer. And here's another toss-up. Siegfried Sassoon, Wilfred Owen, and Rupert Brooke During what war did these British poets write their most famous poems? Kristen, Grand Blanc?
World War I.
That's correct. Another toss-up. He became king of the West Saxons in 802, and in 828 was recognized as the first king of all England. Was he Edward, Edgar, Egbert, or Ethelred the Unready? Nick, Grand Blanc?
Edgar.
Edgar is incorrect. New Lothrop? New Lothrop. Marco?
Edward.
Also incorrect. Egbert is the correct answer. Here's another toss-up. This Confederate general won his nickname at the Battle of Bull Run, where he and his troops, Kristen, Grand Blanc?
Stonewall Jackson.
That's correct. He starred in The Ice Storm, Pleasantville, The Cider House Rules, Wonder Boys. Tom, New Lothrop?
Toby Maguire.
That's correct. And you're just under the bell, so you score your 10 points. And as you can see behind me, New Lothrop, you also get the first crack at round 2. That's our lightning round. I'm about to give you a choice of 3 categories. Once you've selected, you'll have 60 seconds to answer up to 10 questions in that category. Remember, you may consult during this round. No need to buzz in, but I will just be taking answers from Aaron, your team captain. If you don't know an answer, you must say pass before I move on. We'll give you 10 points for each correct answer, a 20-point bonus if all 10 are correct. Once your 60 seconds is up, New Lothrop, Grand Blanc, you'll have 30 seconds to answer anything they missed, passed on, or didn't get to, and then we'll repeat the process. New Lothrop, your choices for this game are End Game, Get a Job, or Potpourri Geographic.
Potpourri Geographic.
Okay, no matter where you go, there you are. And here are a variety of questions about places you can go for 10 points each. We begin with number 1, the largest country in the world. It covers 12 time zones.
Russia.
Correct. It's what we call the river known in Mexico as Rio Bravo del Norte.
Pass.
In what country is Mount Vesuvius located?
Italy.
Correct. The longest river in Africa. It flows north from the Sudan to the Mediterranean Sea.
Nile.
That's correct. Cape Horn is the southernmost point on this continent.
Africa.
Incorrect. What Asian country includes most of the Gobi Desert?
Pass.
The Ron Ice Shelf and Ross Ice Shelf are located on this continent.
Antarctica.
That's correct. What was the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers called?
Fertile Crescent.
That's correct. In what sea are the islands of Aruba, Barbados, and Jamaica?
Caribbean.
That's correct. What arid valley in California is the lowest spot in the Western Hemisphere?
Death Valley.
I'll take that. It was right at the bell. 7 are correct. And now we will turn this over to Grand Blanc with 30 seconds. First, it's what we call the river.
Rio Grande.
That's correct. Cape Horn is the southernmost.
South America.
That's correct. What Asian country includes most of the Gobi Desert?
Mongolia.
That is correct. For 30 points on your side. And now, Grand Blanc, you may select between End the Game and Get a Job.
Right, we'll go with End Game.
Okay, this isn't the end of the game, but it is a quiz about the end of things for 10 points each. We'd like you to identify these. We begin with number 1. The end of a railroad train, the last car in line.
Caboose.
Correct. The end of an interrogative sentence.
Question mark.
Correct. It's what drops at the end of a play.
The curtain.
That's correct. A single punch that puts an end to a fight.
Knockout.
Correct. The end of a loaf of bread or the back end of your foot.
The heel.
Correct. The end of the Greek alphabet.
Omega.
Correct. The French word for behind or rear end.
Derriere.
Correct. This holiday traditionally marks the end of summer.
Labor Day.
Correct. On an arrow, it's the end where the bowstring fits.
The fletching.
Incorrect. In geometry, there's one at each end of a straight line.
An arrow.
It's incorrect. And that's all 10. You got 8 out of 10 correct. New Lothrop, we reset at 30 seconds, and we turn those over to you. First, on an arrow, it's where the end of the bowstring fits.
A knot.
That's incorrect. In geometry, there's one at each end of a straight line.
Array.
Array is also incorrect. Correct answer is there on the arrow. It's the knock, N-O-C-K. In geometry, there is a point at the end, each end of a straight line. And that's going to bring us to the point of ending the second round. We've got a lot of points to total up. We'll do that. But first, I'd like to introduce you to some folks from New Lothrop High School. New Lothrop is coached by Roger Ferris, and their alternates today are Kylie Cornell, Dan Pinchak, Danielle Eisenhaver, and Bridget Zervin. We welcome all of you, and we encourage you at home to stay tuned for some extra credit right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready for some extra credit here at High School Challenge, but first I'd like to introduce you to the coach of the Grand Blanc High School team, Marcy Augenstein. We welcome Marcy and the contingency from Grand Blanc, and now teams, we're ready for our third and final round, our extra credit round. Rules here are the same as round one on toss-ups. The difference is that a correct answer earns you not only 10 points, but also the shot at 10 points worth of extra credit for your team. On extra credit questions, you may consult. I'll take the captain's answers on those. I remind you, though, consult on extra credit only and not on the toss-ups. When the bell sounds to end the game, if I'm in the middle of a toss-up extra credit cycle, we'll play through that cycle before the game is officially over. Here we go with your first toss-up. Willa Cather wrote O Pioneers, My Antonia, and One of Ours. Which one of them won a Pulitzer Prize for fiction? Marco, New Lothrop?
One of ours.
One of ours is correct. New Lothrop, commonly called Star Wars, Ronald Reagan's fantasy of a missile defense system had a more formal name, abbreviated SDI. What was SDI? This is a bonus for New Lothrop. Time is up. I'm sorry, time is up. Strategic Defense Initiative is what I needed. Teams, here's your next toss-up. It's 37 degrees Celsius. What is its Fahrenheit equivalent? Normal body temperature. Chris, Grand Blanc?
98.6 degrees.
That's correct. Grand Blanc, begun in 1949 in the Black Hills of South Dakota. This monumental figure will be 560 feet high when it's finished. The largest sculpture in the world. This is for Grand Blanc. What Lakota Indian chief is the subject?
Chief Sitting Bull.
Incorrect. It's Crazy Horse. Correct answer. Don't you guys just hate it when you know an answer and can't give it? Okay, here's your next toss-up. In algebra, it's an equation with an unknown x and the square of x, but no cubes or higher power. Nick, Grand Blanc.
Quadratic equation.
That's correct. Julie, that was 6, and I'll move on from there. Apparently, this is for you, Grand Blanc. Apparently, some members of the opening night audience misunderstood the title. They thought it was Riot, and they did. What was this 1913 Stravinsky ballet?
Uproar?
It's incorrect. It was The Rite of Spring, not The Riot of Spring. Here's your next toss-up. Denver is the largest city in Colorado. The second largest city in Colorado is home to the U.S. Air Force Academy. A.J. Grand Blanc?
Colorado Springs.
That's correct. Okay, Grand Blanc, we're going to do a little kitchen arithmetic. You might want to be ready to write. I want you to add 2 cups, 12 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of sugar to 1 cup, 3 tablespoons, and 1 teaspoon of the sweet stuff. In simplest terms, how much sugar do you have?
Three cups, 4 tablespoons.
That's incorrect. 4 cups is the correct answer. Here's your next toss-up. It is by far the largest obelisk ever made, beyond the wildest dreams of the pharaohs. A.J. Grand Blanc.
Washington Monument.
That's correct. Grand Blanc, consider a statement in the form, if P, then Q. What is the logical converse of that statement?
If Q, then P.
That's correct. Your next toss-up, you're traveling from Toulouse, France to Barcelona, Spain. What mountain range will you have to cross? A.J. Grand Blanc?
The Pyrenees.
That's correct. Grand Blanc, it might be translated as completely new. In what geological epoch are we currently living?
Cenozoic.
It's incorrect. Holocene is the correct answer. Holocene. Here's your next toss-up. You're in a biome which includes dense brush, scrub oak, and chaparral. Are you in the northeast, southeast, southwest, or northwest United States? A.J. Grand Blanc?
Northeast.
It's incorrect. New Lothrop Tom?
Northwest.
Southwest is the correct answer. Here's another toss-up. Rudyard Kipling called them a cross between a stickily, prickly hedgehog and a slow and solid tortoise. What are these armor-plated mammals? Travis, New Lothrop.
Armadillo.
That's correct. New Lothrop, she began as an anthropologist and collected black folk traditions in Mules and Men and Tell My Horse. In between, she wrote, Their Eyes Were Watching God. Who was this black novelist? No answer. Zora Neale Hurston is the correct answer. Here's your next toss-up. St. Paul is in Minnesota. What California city is St. James? In Spanish, of course. Travis, New Lothrop.
San Jose.
San Jose is incorrect. Grand Blanc. Grand Blanc. Kristen?
San Juan.
San Diego is the correct answer. Here's your next toss-up. They are colorless cubic crystals which do not conduct electricity but are excellent conductors of heat. What are these allotropes of carbon? Marco, New Lothrop?
Sugar.
Sugar's incorrect. Grand Blanc. Nick?
Diamond.
Diamond is correct. And I wouldn't accept diamond sugar. Okay. This is yours, Grand Blanc. In 1890, it was officially declared closed. In 1893, historian Frederick Jackson Turner said that it was responsible for the distinctive United States character. What was it?
The Frontier.
That's correct.
Sugar.
Your next toss-up. Of the 24 tales in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, how many are told on the return trip from Canterbury? Kristen, Grand Blanc.
None.
None is correct. Here's your extra credit, Grand Blanc. Some said he was in league with the devil. Some said he was just double-jointed. Who was this legendary virtuoso 18th century Italian violinist?
Stradivarius.
It's incorrect. Paganini is the correct answer. Your next toss-up. In Korean, the word means capital, and it's been a capital since it was founded in 1392. What city is Nick, Grand Blanc?
Seoul.
Seoul is correct. Grand Blanc, if a curved ramp is built in the shape of this curve and a pair of marbles are released from any 2 points on the ramp, they will always reach the bottom at the same time. What is this unusual curve?
Helix.
A cycloid. That's what I needed. Here's your next toss-up. Herpetology is not the study of herpes. What kind of... That's our bell, and no one had buzzed in, so that does end the round right there. We are at the end of our game, and congratulations to you, Grand Blanc, for your victory. And to you, New Lothrop, congratulations on a game well played, and good luck in future academic competitions throughout this season. We have future competitions of our own here on High School Challenge. We hope you'll come back. Until then, I'm Jim Gaver. Have a good day. High School Challenge is a co-production of Michigan Television and the Genesee Intermediate School District.